This is Urban Nav Crypto. I'm Thomas Bain. In this video, I'm going to help you understand how stablecoins are actually going to be created, understand what exactly stablecoins will be pegged to, and we're going to go over a few other things. I'm also going to play a video for you with Scott Bessent talking about the US wanting to use stablecoins as a way to keep the US as the leading strategic reserve, the US dollar at that. I'm going to break that down to you because some people have gotten this whole concept completely wrong. And I'm going to show you some screenshots proving to you and showing to you my thought process. Well, not proving, really. It's really showing you my thought process based on what Scott Bessent has said, all right? So sit back, chill with me. Let's get into the video. And this is a part 2 follow-up to my first video that I did, the part 1 about stablecoins. So first off, understanding stablecoins. Stablecoins are just a tokenized version of any fiat money. It could be the US dollar, it could be the renminbi, if that's how you say it. It could be the Japanese yen. It could be the Chinese money. Can't remember what that's called at the moment. It could be a rupee, okay? Any type of money, any type of fiat money could be tokenized and turned into a stablecoin, right? So you have to understand that. When it comes to the supply of stablecoins, the supply of stablecoins is not based on how much money is in the system. It is not based on that. When it comes to the supply with stablecoins, the supply is really based on the amount of value that's on the blockchain. That's how they're able to, I want to say, calculate the supply. That's how they're able to do it, right? If you have $1 million, matter of fact, if you have $1 billion of value on your blockchain, you can mint or print up to $1 billion worth of stablecoins. You cannot do anything more than that. Blockchain companies cannot just create stablecoins out of thin air. That's not the way it works. It doesn't work like that. You have to have value in order to be able to mint or print stablecoins. So if the blockchain has $50 billion, well, now you can mint or print up to $50 billion. And it doesn't matter what stablecoin it is. It could be a stablecoin from Russia. It could be a stablecoin from China. It could be a stablecoin from India. It could be a stablecoin from the USA. It doesn't matter. You have to have some type of value on the blockchain to be able to mint or print those stablecoins. They cannot do it out of thin air. That's not the way this stuff works. And that would not be transparency. It would actually be a lie if they were able to just print it or mint it anytime they feel like it. It has to be attached to some type of value. That's what's going to make it better than fiat money, because fiat money is literally based on trust, okay? Now we're going to be basing our money on the truth system, transparency. What is the total value we have on the blockchain? Okay, well then that's how much money we can mint or print. If we don't have more than what we need, well, guess what? We have to find a way how to bring more value onto the blockchain in order to be able to mint or print more. That's how that's going to work. It's not going to work any other way. Also, and I'm going to be going, I'm not going to be really sticking in a particular order when it comes to, giving you the information. When it comes to stablecoins and what they're pegged to, they're not going to be pegged to fiat money. That would not make any sense. So when you hear someone like Monica Long from Ripple state that, oh, stablecoins are tokenized versions of fiat money and it's pegged to fiat money, that's a lie. That is a bull-faced lie. Because if it was pegged to actual fiat money, then why is it that none of these blockchains have $37 trillion on there? I mean, if you're going to peg it to it, aren't you pegging it to all of the money? You just pegged it to some of the money? No, I doubt they would do that, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing is, why would they peg it to something that has no value? That's the other question you need to ask yourself. They're not going to peg stablecoins to something that has no value, which fiat money has no value at all. It is very useless at this point. So they're not going to do that. What they're going to peg stablecoins to, again, is going to be value on the blockchain. So when they bring over the debt, when they bring over gold, when they bring over diamonds, when they bring over silver, when they bring over palladium, oil, rice, all of these different commodities, when they bring those things over that has value, that's what the stable coins are going to be pegged to. The stable coins are also going to be pegged to whatever coin blockchain it sits on, if that made sense. So let me make it make sense. So if you have a stable coin on the XLM blockchain, it is going to be pegged to XLM. If you have a stable coin on the XRP blockchain, it is going to be pegged to XRP. That's how these things are going to work. Because what's going to happen, every time you want to send money, you're going to basically be using XRP to send that money or XLM to send that money. Now, when the person gets it on the other end, they're going to then be able to take it and convert it into whatever stable coin they feel like converting it to. Chances are that stable coin is going to be on that said blockchain, whether it's XLM or XRP. It's going to be compatible, right? Which they talk about the interoperability. They talk about that. So you're going to be able to convert it into those stable coins. Okay. Now, if I'm on the XLM blockchain and I want to sell one XLM, and let's say XLM is $10,000. Well, guess what? I'm going to be able to sell my one XLM and exchange, get whatever said stable coin is on the blockchain, right? It's going to be very quick, which is why they have what they call them, the AMMs, the automatic market makers, right? That's so that you could get in and get out very quickly. That's what you're also going to be able to do, okay? Because the stable coins are on that blockchain. The stable coins are pegged to that blockchain. It's pegged to the coin on that blockchain. The stable coins, you're able to create more stable coins because of the value on that blockchain. Okay, so these blockchains like XLM and XRP, they're going to have trillions of dollars on their blockchains, which means they're going to mint or print up to trillions of dollars of stablecoin, because it's not going to just be one country's stablecoin on these blockchains. It's going to be many countries' stablecoins on these blockchains. That's where you get the interoperability. That's where you get the ease of use for them to do business. Because now, if I want to buy something from overseas, I can send them XLM and they can exchange it on the blockchain for whatever stablecoin they feel like it, whether it be USDC or whether it be a rupee, okay? They will be able to exchange it. That's how these things are going to work. The other ways that people are talking about, I really don't understand and I really don't get. And if you want to understand it a little better, you can watch my part 1 video and you can listen to my assistant speak about the stable coins and how we break it down in that video, right? If you want to get some more of an understanding. Now, when it comes to the Scott Bessent video, again, this guy, he just, I really don't understand. But Crypto Sensei, a couple of months ago, put out a video and he was talking about what Scott Bessent said about the stablecoins and what the US planned to do with the stablecoins. Well, he just totally misunderstood the whole thing. So I'm going to play you a video clip that's from his video that is talking, and in the video, you're going to see Scott Bessent talking. You're going to hear him talking, right? There's a quick clip. Let's check it out.
We are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
We will keep the U.S. currency, the dominant currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
Okay, so I will repeat what he said. We will keep the U.S. currency, the reserve currency of the world, and we will do that through stablecoin. Now, I don't know if I repeated that exactly how he said it, but if you want to hear it again, just rewind it and listen to it again. Basically, what he's saying, because everyone thinks that they're going to be using fiat money. No. Fiat is going away. It's going bye-bye. There's not going to be any fiat money. Why would they continue to print money when money costs too much money to print? And you can basically mint or print stable coins for free. Once you have value on the blockchain, you can mint or print the money you need because you don't have to print all. Not because the blockchain has $1 trillion on it means they're going to print $1 trillion. No. They're going to print up to a certain amount or mint up to a certain amount, and they're going to use that. And if they need more, they would then mint or print more. That's how that's going to work. Now, when he says this, he's basically talking about using stable coins to do it. Now, how, you may ask? Well, let's take a look at some screenshots here. I have a ton of screenshots showing you how much stable coins are in the system right now and how much stablecoins has the letters USD on them. I mean, it's tons. It's tons. I'm not even going to show you all, but it was tons I went through, okay? I can tell you right now, just from a quick count, it had to been at least 60 coins out of the tons of coins that I went through. And again, I'm not going to show you all of it here. If you want to, you can go on CoinMarketCap and you can just look it up yourself, or I will have screenshots in my posts of these pages and you can go through it and see it yourself. So in my post section of my channel, you can go and look at the screenshots there. I will put every single screenshot, but they're going to do it by making sure, and I don't know if they could make sure, but I'm going to use that term, right? They're going to make sure that in the stablecoin market, they have the lion's share of coins that represent the United States dollar. It is that simple. That's how they're going to make it where the US is the leading reserve currency of the world and continue to be the leading currency of the world through stablecoins, through the use of stablecoins. That's how they're going to do it. That was very simple to even think about. But some of these guys don't think that far. And I mean, a ton of people did not think about it that way. But that's really how they're going to do it. There's no other way for them to really do it, right? But they're going to just make sure that, let's say when that time reach and a lot of coins go bye-bye, as Brad Garland House has mentioned numerous times, right? So let's say it's about 30 stable coins in the market that stays and sticks. Out of that 30, the US is going to more than likely want to have at least 8 to 10 of those coins out of that 30, right? So out of that 30, they're going to want to make at least, they're going to want to make sure at least 10 of them, between 8 and 10, has the letters USD attached to it, representing the United States dollar. That's what they're going to do. It's that simple, right? We know that the stablecoin market is going to grow, but the stablecoin market is just, the reason why it's a market is because that's going to be a way for you to be able to still do FX trading. So instead of doing the FX trading the way how it's done now, you're going to be doing FX trading using stablecoins. The only difference is, it's going to probably have more coins that has the letters USD on it, representing the United States dollar. That's going to be the only difference. And that could hold true for a lot of different countries out there, right? So the stablecoin market, yes, is going to be a very big market, but the US wants to make sure that they have the lion's share by making sure that there's a ton of stablecoins in the market that has the letters USD on it. I mean, it's that simple. I'm sorry if I repeated myself so much, but I just wanted to make sure that you understood what I was trying to say. So that's really it when it comes to stablecoins. Stablecoins are not really anything hard to understand. It is very easy to understand. People make it more difficult than it need to be. The coin supply, again, the coin supply of these coins, they are dependent upon the value on that blockchain. That's really it. But I'm not going to continue to repeat myself. I hope that you learn something. I hope that you feel a little bit more positive about it. I hope that you understand it a little bit more. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'm Thomas Bain. I'm out of here.